Over to you, Johnny.
Many years ago, two boys left a village to change the world. Armed with their high school certificates, which qualified them to go into university, Johnny and Chamu set out to go and live in town for the first time, very first time. Having attended local schools and having known life, the boundary of the world being just the hills around the village, this was a life-defining moment. In fact, the entire village, those old Magogos of the village came to do prayers in Chamu and Johnny's house. Now, Chamu and Johnny are going to town for the very first time. Why are we talking about Johnny, yet Chamu and Johnny went to town together? You will see Chamu and Johnny are diagonally opposite personalities. Chamu on one side, very quiet, very reserved, the nerd that just focuses on life. In fact, the only sign of life when you look at Chamu is his breathing. He will do the normal chores like he'll brush his teeth, he will eat, and he will eat his books. In fact, watching Chamu going about his life is like watching paint dry. Johnny on the other side, bubbly, ambitious, vivacious, naive, he's really going out there to conquer the world. Now they get to varsity, and there's an opportunity there for the grant funding that the government gives to all deserving new students at varsity. It was $1,400 per student, and this was a big deal for Chamu and Johnny. Now, Johnny, being the ambitious guy, has got lots of dreams about this money. He wants to replace his old handed-down clothes from the uncle that passed away 2 years ago that are ill-fitting with the latest fashion. So before he even gets to get this money is university funding, remember, meant for you to buy books, some clothing, to pay your rentals and food. But Johnny, being the ambitious guy, is now thinking about how he's going to look cool and have the best outfits. So the day before the grant payout, Johnny takes a trip to town because he doesn't know the town very well. So he goes to the shops. For those of you who have shopped in town, you will see that there are display windows showing all the latest fashion, cloth and fitted on those dolls. So Johnny is going around looking at the things that he likes. He captures the street names and the shops so that when he comes, he doesn't forget. Now, move to the day of the payment. Other students are opting to have the money deposited into their accounts. If you didn't have an account, you could have one open there and then you get paid. But not Johnny. Johnny wants to smell the notes. He wants to count all the 70, $20 notes in his hand. So Johnny opts to have his money, and Chamu and all the other students get it deposited in their accounts. As soon as he gets to his dormitory, Johnny sits on his bed and starts counting and starts smelling the notes just to feel like this is me now holding so much money. And what is Johnny's first plan? To go and shop in town. Now, he doesn't go by taxi the normal way. Johnny now has money, so he calls the taxi. From those, those old call boxes that used to, before cell phones, we used to have call boxes where you could go and call and get whatever you want. So Johnny goes, calls the taxi. It was the old meter taxis, those that would be charging you for every kilometer and for every minute that you're waiting. So Johnny has this list of all the shops, the way he needs to go and buy stuff. So he goes around with the taxi in tow. He doesn't get off. The taxi is waiting for him. He's shopping. And then money runs out. Johnny takes the taxi back, drops off some clothes, gets to where the money is packed on top of the wardrobe, picks up some more notes. He did that 3 times. At the end of the day, Johnny has done his shopping. Now he's looking all great, the latest fashion. And 3 weeks later, the admin people at the hostel come and knock at Johnny. Hello, Mr. Johnny. We have just checked our records. We noticed that you haven't paid your rent. Mr. Johnny goes to the top of the wardrobe where his notes are. There's only 3 notes left. And that's $60 out of $1,400. Now, they tell him you have 3 days within which to pay or leave the hostel. What does Johnny do? He can't go back to the village. He still has a whole semester to complete before the next. So Johnny now finds himself having to go and squat with Chama, who has his things all figured out. And the embarrassment of staying in a hostel illegally, for some of you who know it, you have to go in after everybody's going to sleep and then just find yourself a place to sleep in a friend's room, and the next morning leave as early as possible. And that was Johnny. So Johnny found out, because he was so ambitious and loved things and loved the best things, he spent all his grant money within 3 days and still had a whole term facing the embarrassment of squatting in another student. So welcome to the world of Johnny. Thank you.